Welcome, and welcome to Mission 3, Lesson 29. Our student objective, now this can be a tongue twister, listen up, is to represent numerically 4-digit dividend division with divisors of 2, 3, 4, and 5, decomposing a remainder up to 3 times. What does all of that mean? Well, in human speak, it means that we're going to be doing division. And we're going to be doing up to a 4 by 1 digit division problem. When we subtract, we have some left over and we have to bring down and we have to start the process over. So it's just division up to 4 by 1 digit. So it's not a new skill that we're learning. It's just we're adding to what we've already done with division. So let's take a look at some examples. So this might be a problem that you might have. And this is 9,378 divided by 4. So notice it's a 4-digit by 1 digit. Okay, so it's not a new skill we have. We're just expanding on it up to 4 digits. I like to write off to the side here my steps or abbreviation for them. I know daddy divide, mommy multiply, sister subtract, brother bring down, and then if I need to, Rover repeat. We'll just repeat the process. Okay, so here, remember, I start with my highest place value. So in this case, it's 9. And I do 9 divided by 4, because that's my first step, divide. How many times does 9 go into 4 without going over? Or excuse me, how many times does 4 go into 9 without going over? See, I almost messed it up. Well, 4 goes into 9 without going over 2 times. Okay, so I just divided. Now I multiply. 4 times 2 is 8. And then my third step is to subtract them. So I'm going to do that. Subtract 9 minus 8 is 1. All right. What's my next step now? Well, I did divide. I'll go ahead and write the word out here. Divide, multiply. Get in there, y. Subtract. Bring down. And repeat. Okay, so I just subtracted. So what's my next step? I bring down. So what do I bring down here? Well, I bring down my next place value. And my next place value here is my hundreds. So I just bring down the 3. So notice I had that one remainder, and now I bring down the 3. I don't bring down the 3, 7, and 8. I just bring down the next one, which in this case is the 3. And notice I draw my arrow, though, so I keep track in my head. And when I see it, that I did bring it down. Okay. And now I repeat. I start the whole process over with divide. But what do I divide now? Well, now I look at it like this. I have a new family right here. What I had left over and what I brought down. So my new family is 13. And now I'm going to go 13 divided by 4. Because I'm dividing again. I'm just starting over. Well, how many times does 4 go into 13 without going over? It goes in there. Let's see, 4, 8, 12. 3 times. 3 times. Because if I went 4 times, that'd be 16. That'd be too high. Okay. So I just divided. My second step is multiply. So now I do 3 times 4. 3 times 4 is 12. My third step is to subtract. So now I do 13 minus 12 is 1. Okay, so I just subtracted. What do I do next? Well, my next step is to bring down. So what do I bring down? I just bring down the next place value, which in this case is my tens. I'm not bringing down the 10s and the 1. I'm not bringing down the 7 and the 8. I'm just bringing down the 7. Notice I'm drawing the arrow, right? And I brought down the 7. And I combined it with whatever I had left over after I subtracted. So my new family here is 17. So, and now I repeat. I brought down, and now I'm going to repeat and start over. So my first step here is now I'm going to divide again. So I'm going to do 14 divided by 7. Well, how many times does 4 go into 17 without going over? It goes in there 4 times. Because 5 times would be 20. 4 times is 16. That's as close as we can get. My second step is to multiply. So I'm going to do 4, which I just wrote up here, times 4. 4 times 4 is 16. I'm running out of space. We'll squeeze it in. And then I subtract them. 17 minus 16 is 1. Okay? And then I bring down my next number, which in this case is the ones. So it's at 8. So now my new family is 18. I'm going to just move this over here so I'll have room to subtract. So now I'm asking myself, what is 18 divided by 4? Because I'm just starting the process over again. Notice it's just the same steps over and over again, over and over again, over and over again. So now I divide again. So what's 18 divided by 4? Well, it's going to be 4 again, because if 5 times would be 20, that'd be too many. So my second step is to multiply. I multiply this 4 times the 4. 4 times 4 is 16. Notice I'm writing the 16 under, I just moved that 18 over since I ran out of space. So my third step is to subtract. 18 minus 16 is 2. And my next step is to bring down. But is there anything left to bring down? I just brought down the ones place. There's nothing after that to bring down. So I'm still left with that 2. What is that 2 then? Once I get to nothing else to bring down, that 2 is my remainder. Okay. So my quotient for 9,378 divided by 4 is 2,344 with a remainder of 2. Right, with the remainder of 2. So notice with that was a 4-digit by 1 digit. And it's just repeating the same step over and over again. And notice each time we had a remainder. We had at least, after we subtracted, we had at least 1 left over. We just brought it down, the next number down. We started the process over. That's what we're doing. It's just the same process over and over again, just adding another digit on. So we're just working on that division for this. 4 by 1 digit with remainders. Okay. Again, just practice. If you need help, you get into it, you're not sure, just ask me or your teacher. Okay, and good luck.